You ever notice it looks like you got bonked on the head?
A little bit. Hey, and welcome to Nerdin Out, the show where we teach you guys some obscure facts about dinosaurs.
I'd say obscure is a good way to put it.
I say that because the purpose of this show is to introduce you guys to some pretty cool things about dinosaurs that you might not be as familiar with. Our goal is to make learning about dinosaurs more fun for everybody, but to teach you more than just the basics like T-Rex or Stegosaurus.
Okay, but what if I don't want to be a paleontologist? Can I still watch this show?
Well, this show is for everybody. We won't be diving super deep into any of our topics, but we'll give you enough info where you can sound like you know more about dinosaurs if you're ever on a trivia show or something.
Well, now are you going to introduce us to the audience? Or?
Yeah, good idea. Well, I'm Ron, and I'm the host of Nerdin Out, and this is today's special guest, Garrett Taylor.
Hey guys!
Well, why don't you tell them what we're going to be talking about today?
It's in the video title, so.
I know, just tell them again.
Okay, well, today we're going to be talking about the ceratosaurs, the meat-eating dinosaurs with horns on their heads. Shall we?
Ron?
Dude, we have got to work on our teleportation.
Oh, that's alright. Look, it's just not very accurate.
I know.
Technology is all I think.
Well, it's new.
Okay, how do we turn this off?
It's the button on the
think-
back, I think. Yep, got it.
The first ceratosaur we're going to talk about today is actually the one the whole family's named after, Ceratosaurus.
Now, when this guy was discovered over 100 years ago, he was the most complete theropod, those are the meat eaters, that we had ever discovered.
And one of the first things those early paleontologists noticed was his funky horns. He's got 3 horns on his head, 2 over his eyes and 1 on his nose. And when this guy was alive, they'd be even bigger than you're seeing here. You can check out our outside sculpture to see the funky fingernail, or what scientists call a keratinous sheath, covering the outside of him.
Now, another key feature we want to look at here is the hands. Now, on most of our theropods, again, the meat-eating dinosaurs, we see 3 digits on each hand. Now, when we look at our ceratosaurs, we are going to find a 4th. This is actually a feature of the entire family, such as on this guy here. Now, state champ wrestler Meungosaurus, much like Ceratosaurus, had 4 fingers, but really short arms, and as you can see, there's only really 1 joint to them.
Well, the arms are tiny. He's got gigantic shoulder blades because this guy's wrestling with his neck and with his head, and those muscles need somewhere to grab onto.
Now, that's also why we see this really wide, flat jaw and such a textured skull, because his face would have been covered in keratin. Again, that's the stuff on your fingernails, and he probably would have had a horn on the top of his head too.
So the last guy we're going to be talking about is Carnotaurus. That name means meat-eating bull. And he's a close cousin of Meungosaurus, where Meungosaurus had 1 little horn on top of his head. This guy gets his name from those 2 bull-like horns sprouting over each eye.
Now, we like to think of T-Rex as having short arms, but compared to T-Rex, Carnotaurus' arms are absolutely puny. He wouldn't have had this joint right here, and his arms probably would have faced back on his body.
Now, Carnotaurus probably would have been pretty fast for a meat-eating dinosaur of its size. We haven't found a complete leg fossil, but the parts that we do have show there were some big muscles attached to those bones, and those muscles ran most of the way down the tail as well.
Now, because of this, the tail wouldn't have been all that flexible, so what it makes up for in speed, it lacks in mobility. Kind of like a modern-day bull.
Well, thanks for nerding out with us about the ceratosaur dinosaurs. If you have questions about these or any other dinosaurs at the park, feel free to come on in. We always have staff willing to answer your questions.
And please go ahead and subscribe, like, and hit the little bell notification for notifications. And please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the little bell down below for notifications about the videos, the newest. This is horrible! Please make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the little bell down below for notifications about the channel's newest videos, which you can find right here. And make sure to click right here for the last episode of Nerdin' Out. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Yes!